Hello there. Welcome to this episode of Weight Loss Muscle Radio. Okay. Uh, so these past 2 days, I've been listening to Mike Mentzer. I've been listening to Dorian Yates. I've been listening to people on YouTube who have something to say about building muscle. Okay. And so I've run into somebody who calls themselves House of Hypertrophy. Okay, all of us bodybuilders want to build more muscle, right? We want to have those curves on our arms, you know. Look, the reason I started was because so I was incarcerated when I was 18. I had just turned 18. I was still a teenager. And I got out at 19, a month before I turned 20. Now, I loved to work out even before I was incarcerated. And I remember I was walking around the yard and I would see some of the guys who were just buff, you know, and like I was just attracted to that. Like I wanted to know how to do that. Okay, I wanted to say, hey, I asked around like, hey man, how do you get big? Hey man, you just gotta eat, man. You gotta eat. Work out and eat. Everybody in there was telling me just work out and eat. But, I would work out too. You know, you work out and eat, work out and eat. So I would hang out with them, the buffest guys. And the buffest guys were cool, man. They were cool, but they were the most intimidating for sure. You know, if you were intimidated by that. I wasn't. Like I said, I was magnetized to that. Now, the research in the video is up to date. The video was published actually November. When the hell were you published, man? Oh wait, it's 5 months ago. 5 months ago. Now there's a few things that I want to start off mentioning. Building muscle, like Mike Mentzer said, has to be caused by working out. You can't just sit down on your couch and build muscle. You can't. Unless they're injecting you with testosterone. And when they inject you with testosterone or steroids, you actually will build some muscle and your fat will drop a little bit. Given that your nutrition stays the same. Now, from this video, which has cited sources, so you can go to this YouTube video where the sources are there, okay? Scholar, Princeton EDU, Paulo, Gentil.com, Nautilus, Barbell.com, use some Wikipedia, Physical Culture Study, what else? So the websites that helped me write the history section. Okay, so that's just the history section. Okay, so in the video, you'll find the cited sources, okay? Now, you're going to get the bread and butter here. You're not going to get all the side stories here, okay? Based on the studies that are up to date right now, one can exercise 3 sets, okay, per exercise, and lifting close to failure, leaving possibly 8 to 5 reps. Okay, possibly 8 to 5 reps. Because when they did that compared to somebody who went to failure, the results showed that versus one set to failure, right? Versus one set to failure, the results showed that there was more muscle growth. And the reasons for that are because there are 2 types of muscles. There are the low intensity or the ones that exert low force but can endure. a long time. Okay. And then there are muscle fibers that will exert lots of force, but will fatigue faster. So they have low endurance. Stimulating both of these, the spectrum of your muscles, okay, and then there's a spectrum. There's actually a graph that the House of Hypertrophy shows where the muscles begin to ignite during the reps, right? During the time of the rep. Okay. So that's the reason why your muscles grow more. So I'm not saying that when you do one set to failure and that's all, that you won't grow muscle. You will. It's just that you will grow more. And the goal of if you're here on this podcast, you want to build some muscle. Okay. So do 3 sets per exercise. 3 sets per exercise. Okay. And in some cases, if you're more mature, you're larger, you can even add a little bit more. Okay. A few more sets. 6. In a study, they had at most 6, and they had other ones like 2 and 4. When these experienced weightlifters to 6, they actually build more compared to the others. Okay. Now I want to emphasize the more here because when you do things over time, those become exponential gains. Okay. It's kind of like a compound effect in your annuity, okay, or in your investment. You could do it for a week, or you could do it for 10 years. What's going to be more beneficial for you, and where are you going to see the most results? The 10 years, okay? Now, next. Come here, Papa. Hey, you guys probably heard my cat. He's right here hanging out with me. Then you minimum take 2 days rest. Okay, 2 days rest. There's a study where the participants worked out close to failure on these exercises. They did 10 sets of 15 on a leg extension. And what they did the next day is they did it again, and their strength actually decreased. Okay. Now, the author of the video, House of Hypertrophy, wanted to go against this, so he showed another video saying, people just could adapt, they get stronger. Yeah, people adapt and get stronger. Okay, I agree with that. But like in my perspective, I'm having a dialogue here. You have to go for more. So next time you don't do the same amount of weight. The next time you don't do the same amount of reps. You go a little bit heavier. You go for at least 3 more reps if you're doing the same amount of weight. If not, go heavier. So you never stay stagnant. You never come back and do the same amount of reps. Just like Dorian Yates said, keep a notebook. How many reps did you do? How much weight did you do? Now go for more on the next time. That's the only way you can gauge your strength. You got to have the numbers down. And are you building muscle? Or are you getting bigger? Is your weight increasing? Okay. This is when we're focusing on muscle building. So then this is what Mike Mentzer said. Mike Mentzer said, take 3 days off. Okay, about 90 hours. About 90 hours off. Okay. So he wasn't too far off right there. Okay. Wasn't too far off. Now, so yes, in the end, doing a few more sets and leaving about 3 to 5 left in the tank will help you build muscle. It will. The science shows it. Now you have to be honest with yourself when you're in the gym. If you got to push yourself, like if you know you can do a little bit two more, maybe one more, you're there. Okay, you're there. Okay, so the multiple studies in the video show that it's either 0 to 5 left in the tank. 0 to 5. Okay, 0 is actually a failure. You're done. Of course, the video talks about not doing 1 rep only. Okay, the video debunks that if you don't do, 1 set only. Okay, 1 set is not greater than 3. It's just science, and we know the reasons. More muscle fibers become activated. Okay. And another major takeaway from this one is that it is not the weight that causes the growth in muscle. And it's not the nervous system's reaction to the strain of the muscle building, of the exercise. It is the tension on the muscle. Okay, it is the tension on the muscle. I actually wrote it down. Mechanical tension causes hypertrophy. What is mechanical tension? Mechanical tension is force generated by muscle fibers. Mechanical tension also equals to force generated by muscle fibers. Okay. Force generated by muscle fibers. Okay. Muscle tension is force generated by muscle fibers, not by your bones, not by your ligaments. Okay. This is why you can also build muscle just doing isolated workouts. Okay, you're not doing compound lifts with a barbell. You're on a cable. You're just tension on the muscle. That causes muscle building. That tension on that muscle. Okay, that tension that the muscle is creating to move up and down, 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 up and down. So of course you don't want to lock the joints because that's not even helping you. Honestly, I was recently injured on my elbow tendon because I locked it. I was using the shoulder press. I think it's the hamstring shoulder press that goes kind of outward. It doesn't go straight. It kind of goes a little bit outward. And so when I went outward, I would lock it. And doing that over time, it messed up the tendon. Now, I hope you like this one. Really to the point. I want you guys to be here. If you guys are here, I want you guys to get the correct information. The information that's going to benefit you. Now we know what causes muscle building. We know what causes it. Okay, it's mechanical tension. Then study after study after study. When we have a study and it's replicated over and over and over again, we know it's true. We know it's true. And it is law. It is principle. Okay? Nobody can argue this anymore. Subtle differences. That's academic circus. Okay. subtleties and kind of like this video when we're talking about, oh, 3 sets is better than 1 set. But you know what? They both give you muscle gain. They both give you muscle gain. However, one is just a little bit better. And over time, when we compound this a little bit, this interest, this little interest that just keeps compounding, shows better results. Okay, and I guess this is why it's good. Okay, this is why it's good, and the back and forth, the academic carnival will benefit us. Okay, but sometimes there is, what I wanted to say is jargon. There's jargon in it, and it really doesn't do any benefit to us. But that's just part of the game. That's just part of the game. Okay, part of the scholarship game, and I'm giving you all this information because I'm a scholar. I graduated UCLA with a BA and an MA, and we had to read a lot of scholarship, and we had to cite sources. We had to back up all our statements. And when you say something, you say it with complete confidence. Why? You have the evidence. Now the evidence is here for us to build muscle, okay? Take this, apply it, and enjoy the gains. I hope you like this one. Make sure to subscribe, follow, comment, like, the whole 9 yards if you like this, and I'll continue to be making these videos. All right, until next time, peace.